please tell us from the beginning. I mean, we know that you're a politician. You've been a social activist. You've joined a couple of parties. You've been a member of the council as well. Then you went to the Dutch Parliament, everything. So briefly tell us right from the beginning that what is your political background and affiliations?
Maybe I'll start a little bit earlier. I was born in Amsterdam in a very Christian family, and unlike most of the Dutch people nowadays, we still were Christians, because a lot of people from outside Europe always think that people in Europe are all Christians. But that's not the case. Most of the people nowadays, especially in the Netherlands, are secular, so they're atheists. But our family was still Christian. So we got Christian names, we prayed before dinner, after dinner, we read the Bible, we went to church. All the things that Christians, practicing Christians do is what we did. I'm a father, mother, two brothers, a sister. So for a Dutch family, it was pretty big. We were six of us. And I studied comparative religion at the Free University. And the denomination I was from was the Reformed Church. And that's important because I'll get back to that later. But it's a kind of a strict Christian denomination. And I went to university, and the first day of my studies was September 11, 2001. So the day of the attack on the World Trade Center was my first day at college. And because we were a very strict Christian family, and I had an upbringing in that style, my view of other religions was not that positive, especially when it comes to Islam. When you read the theology of our church, they said, well, Islam is a false religion. And when you go back to the 16th century, when our church was founded in 1517 by Martin Luther, he wrote a lot of books about the Turks, the Ottoman Empire, and about Islam. And he said that the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, was the Antichrist. So that's the way we were brought up when it comes to Islam. And it's not that they said it explicitly in church, but that's when you talk to ministers and when you were reading your books, etc., that's what you learned. So I already had a pretty negative image of Islam. And after I went to university, of course, the first day was September 11. That confirmed my idea about, that Islam is a bad religion. Those people are murderers, terrorists, etc. All the prejudice they have nowadays, that's what I thought, because that's what I saw in the street. And there's a very famous filmmaker in the Netherlands. His name was Theo van Gogh. He was killed in the streets by a jihadi. So there was another confirmation of the feelings and the thoughts I already had about Islam. Then we saw explosions in Beslan, Madrid, London, and other places. So it deepened my feelings. And back then I was a member of a liberal party in the Netherlands. But I thought, well, they are too soft when it comes to Islam. And I thought by myself, well, what can I do to protect the country? And I said, well, I have to go to an organization or a party that's the most anti-Islam, the most extreme one. And then I thought, well, that's Geert Wilders, his Freedom Party, the PVV. And that's how I joined, and I was a member of parliament